Hey everybody, this is Texas Danny, and I'd like to say hello to everybody everywhere. Um, Today is early Saturday, August the 7th, 2021. 40 years ago, I was busy getting out of the Army, which I so richly deserved as such a wonderful troop. No, piss poor, very piss poor, but a loyal American. And I guess even to a white stripe under the red blue star banner, or we had a red stripe under the blue star banner, red, and a little bit darker, just one half click darker, red, white, and blue. Not much, just in the same ballpark, but still different. The big white stripe, it's the same as the Union Jack. The Union Jack has now, well, it's not full flush. Let's say that. But I'm going off into tangents here. As my anniversary date came about here in 40 years in time in that calendar, and I have no idea since the quantum jumping started how many millions of years in the past I am. I have no idea. I look at the Rockies and they're like giant foothills. Okay, the Rockies, the American and the Canadian Rockies are like giant foothills. Mexico's lost a lot down there. Earth has changed, and since I apologize, I really don't have it in me to do any drawings or demonstrations tonight. I'm just going to briefly let you all know what I'm seeing and what I'm observing on our changes. And we have a lot coming off Antarctica and a lot coming off Greenland, big time. Now, a lot of quantum affected know that we had a huge Arctic cap up there, and it's not here. They have Greenland is way up there, basically taking the place, kind of a miniature version of the Arctic cap. You know, about 10%, maybe something like in that uh, of what we had. Earth was a lot bigger, and our diameter shows us to be smaller and closing in. Now, water, I'm sure, has a lot to do with this. A lot of other elements, I'm sure, have a lot to do with it. And there's got to be some energy involved in this somehow, all the way around in that wonderful glowing light in the sky, if it's not blitzing. And we have a lot of movement on Earth everywhere, people. A lot of movement on Earth. I'll give you an example, just a basic description. We have Iran and Afghanistan are like in a kind of a magnetic flow of timescapes of geography. So it's like me, for example, looking at it in the last several months, and this last year really, like looking at a washing machine. Was you throwing some dye in there? Maybe you're dyeing some t-shirts, something like that. And I'm watching the wash, the suds go back and forth, and you can see where the changes are coming up quite a bit as the Mediterranean has shrunk very much. I don't think the Mediterranean is half as big as it was. Maybe it's a third of the size. And we have all that water in the Black Sea and the Caspian. We have where I was stationed in the American military in the northern part of Turkey. Sinop, Turkey, is different. I had to go to Samsun one time to. I wanted to go to dinner. We went out. It's like the only time I went to anywhere else in Turkey. I went to Samsun and watched the map down there because you were going to go have something to eat, and it got a bit of an upset stomach. The Turks have a kind of a different sense of toilet facilities and that kind of thing like that, and I had to go badly, and I held it all the way back to Sinop, Turkey, on back up to the radar base in northern Turkey because we had conventional toilets, and I wasn't used to what the Turks had. So I saw the map. I looked at the map, and the map is different here, much different. The coast is very, very changed. Europe has been catching a lot, and has been catching a lot from the Geneva wave. Okay, that is just prime territory. All that moisture, all that ice, the elements. It's everything it needs to do this terraforming routine. Our engineering are from above or below or both or this, that, and whatever. I'm wondering who's looking at the watch and saying, when do we get to knock off and go home? And that's problematic. What does that entail? What does that mean for all of us? Again, we have a lot of geographical changes. The Mongolian desert is now in far western China for me. It's about 800 to 1,200 miles up northeast in my reality. And of course, Earth was bigger all the way around. We have a lot of activity showing. We have the potentials coming down into Bangladesh because of Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan. All that is primed moisture, and all the elements are needed: silicon, sand, whatever like that. It's just a lot of necessary things down there to move that area. Okay. And it shows a great split, a huge split in Central Asia, gigantic. Okay. But there's nowhere on earth that we're not going to get in on the action. Again, a lot of good stuff being put up. Also on name drop just a little bit. Mandela quantum effects. He does a kind of a mathematical look at it, or looking at it from it's Mandela quantum effects, not me. Uh, uh, Looking at who's using supercomputers or quantum computers, what kind of effect that has. Some other aspects. He's looked at personalities, looked at unique traits and that kind of thing. It's well worth seeing his stuff. Ocean Girl in Australia, catch her. She's caught some stuff right away about Australia. Alice Springs is heavy in the action. Queensland is getting greener, right? Sloping out. But that eastern side is going to be doing all that. Now, she's high in iron, and all that water coming off of and ice coming off Antarctica is flowing right up into Australia, giving us a real nice red look, rust. Okay, but we have that all the way around everywhere. We have in North America, besides Greenland, is going at it, everybody. Greenland, just like Antarctica, is going at it. We're on a no slip trip here. We're going to be moving along real quick. And you have Russia. You got her northern parts of her Russia, all her segments. You got Lake Uves, mostly in Mongolia. It used to be mostly in Russia. Now it's back there. But that tear is going right up into the Arctic Sea, or Arctic Ocean, whatever they want to call it here. And we have the Red Sea, and we have the quantum affected, Mandela affected islands in the southern part next to Eritrea. And we have the East African Rift in action, as well as we have the Channel Islands or Central Islands, which whenever they're called, between Antarctica and South America and Africa, are busy, and they're heading up there as well. We've got activity everywhere. There is nowhere that is not going to have it on going on, everybody. It's been a little bit long, especially just showing you my face. I don't have any drawings or anything to do here tonight. Southern California, southern area, the American Southwest, Baja California, Northern California, Northern Mexico, the Sonora Desert area, Chihuahua, with the crystal activity and that kind of thing like that going up through there, and the rotations in north central Mexico as she's pulling out with the Yucatan Peninsula, and our brave affected in Florida. Man, I don't even like to look at Florida because it's like little sparkles. It just does whatever it wants to. Okay, Florida is always busy, but so is everywhere. There's nowhere, the slowest place on earth, if people would actually know about what's going on right now, would freak everybody out if they could get it. And I don't think they can, because this place is like a movie that just runs. Okay, Texas Danny out. Later with some drawings. Bye.